Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about a semi-truck. I'm going to tell you some safety tips, some ways to share the road, common misconceptions, and a little bit on the mechanics. So first off, a fully loaded semi-truck can weigh up to 80,000 pounds. In essence, it's a rolling death machine. The brakes on a truck work nothing like a car. First off, there's only 10 brakes, not 18. A lot of people think they're 18, but there's a brake on each side of the axle, not per wheel, but per axle. Stopping distance for a truck is about 2 football fields in optimal conditions at 55 miles an hour. And that's not even a heavy loaded. A heavy loaded will take longer. If you add in rain, wind, snow, that'll all increase the stopping distance. They cannot stop quickly. Always be aware. Always watch your mirrors. If you see a truck approaching quickly, sure, you could road rage, but if their control of their truck is gone, you're the one that's going to be dead. So, try not to road rage. Just try to think, what can I do best to get out of this situation? Wind. Wind is fun in a truck. When you're driving along, minding your own business, and you get a big old gust of wind, it's nothing for your trailer to do that. So when you're passing a truck, do it quickly. If you have to speed up to 5 miles over, speed up and get around them. Because they'll tell you a speeding ticket's better than death. They have skirts now on trucks that keep people from going up under there, because in California, a big thing was for the sports car to whip underneath a truck to hit an exit. Rather than waiting a few seconds and living another day to tell the tale, they wanted to go up underneath, and a lot of people died that way. They have in the rear end something called an ICC bumper. Drivers refer to it as the dumbass bumper. Basically saying that if you're close enough to get up under it, well, it's there to protect the trailer, to keep a car from tearing up the underneath side, from getting wedged under there and having to have a crane come in and lift the truck to get the car out. It also has slowed down the rate of decapitation. Decapitation still happens, but it's less than it once was. When you're driving around a truck, realize they don't have sight. Our mirrors, while they look huge and like you should see, all the way to Mars, you can't. We have so many blind spots. When you get up on a truck, we can't see right in here. Our mirrors are designed to show the length of the trailer. That's it. When you come up and you're on the rear end of a trailer real close, we don't know you're there. We have no idea because we've never seen you. So when you go to pass, try to be back, let's get it to where you can see, back about this far. And then turn your blinker on, go over slow. That way he knows you're there and can watch as you approach. That way he knows that you have passed in front and he doesn't merge over on you. You don't want 80,000 pounds coming over on a car that maybe weighs 25,000 or 2,500, sorry. Trucks are governed. Most trucks are. There are some that are ungoverned. That means that the company can set it to a certain speed, and that's the only speed you can go. You can't go over it. You can go under, but not over. Most of them are set between 55 and 65. So if you're on a hill and you're road raging, and say that truck driver was being a meanie head a few miles back, and you want to slow him down, well, that's not exactly safe for you. Just try not to road rage out there. It's not worth your life. With something that weighs 80,000 pounds, it's not going to be the truck driver that typically ends up dead. It'll be the driver of a car. Give them space. Give them room. When you go to get back over in your lane, don't just whip over in front. Go up. Go up a ways and let them have that distance. It's not for them. It's actually for you. Sure, it makes their day a little bit easier, a little more pleasant, but it keeps you safe. It keeps your children safe. It makes sure you go home at night to your kids or your husband or your wife. Something else you should never do. Because I know now they're combining a lot of truck stops with, car fill-ups and stuff like Pilot and such. Don't drive around the trucks. If you can avoid it in any way possible, don't drive around them. They can't see you. They don't know when you're whipping in and out of lanes and stuff. And it's dangerous for you. And if you absolutely have to drive around a truck and a lot or whatever, use your flashers, use your lights, lightly tap your horn. Sure, that horn may offend some drivers, but you know what? It's better to be offended than it is to be dead. Another misconception, we can't use our air horn in city limits or areas that have a noise ordinance. It's not that we don't want to, especially when that little kid's doing the arm motion. We can't. We can get a ticket and fined significantly for it. I touched on brakes earlier. Brakes are so vital in a truck. If they're hot, if you get them smoking, which commonly happens in like Bear Mountain and Donner's Pass in California, you can lose complete brake control. You have none. That's why knowing how to stop one of these and using your gears is vital. So that's another reason why you shouldn't cut a truck off ever. They may not be able to slow down in enough time. Mechanical things happen with trucks. Brake lines blow all the time. Airlines blow. With an airline, oh Lord, when you have one of those go, you're going along, all of a sudden your airline goes and your truck's all over like this, and you stop hard. It's not fun. It is actually quite terrifying. With mountains and things, when you're on downhill grades and stuff, you'll see the warning signs out there for downhill grades. It would be better to be behind a truck and going slow than have one plow over top of you because they can't stop and there's no safety pull-off. Just try to keep that in mind. You know, it's not always about getting home the fastest. It's more about getting home alive. Your life is more valuable than saving 2 seconds in drive time. Rather than trying to race around an 80,000-pound semi-truck, wait a couple seconds. Because that decision to do that can end your life in a millisecond. It's not worth it. Be safe out there, guys.